Hello, back with a little bit of a longer map from Quake Brutalist Jam 3 today. This is Overscoped Clusterfvck by Rabbit. Rabbit is a mapper who I really have a great interest in. They made the fantastic obtuse Maya Opercarditis from Explore Jam 3 and a couple of really fantastic maps in Bonk Jam, which one of them really takes the movement mechanics to the absolute limit. It's so good. Anyway, this is a fantastic adventure map with some really cool ideas in it, and it's got a great deal of personality as well with the graffiti we'll find along the way. So let's just get into it. Okay, so there are 39 plus 1 super secret in this map, and most of them are sort of hidden away in little areas like this, which require a little bit of platforming or a little bit of lateral thinking. You're going into this area here, we're starting with nothing, we get our first melee weapon. And I really like this chapel area as well. I always love it when there's a cross cut out and there's another cross behind it. And when you line up in a certain way, you can see it. It looks fantastic. It's just behind the altar there. A bit of melee to start with though, 666 monsters. Fighting amalgams with melee is really annoying because you have to keep circling around them, otherwise you might get the explosive caltrop straight in your face. And sometimes they just randomly, if you get too close to them, they'll just go up in the air like a lot and you have to wait for them to come back down, which is a bit silly. Get our vampirism here. I love this here. You've got to hit these switches to get the thing down. I do a really bad job in this demo. Usually I can just hit all four without taking damage, but there's a lot of mistakes in this specific demo, which I think add personality to it. Purely because I didn't have time to, play basically more than once. But fantastic bit of berserk vampirism. As I've said before, it's one of the most satisfying things ever, because you can just get right up in the face and stuff, and you get the orbs bursting everywhere, and it's fantastic. Graffiti is a biblical reference there. I can't remember which one it is. It's Ezekiel something. I didn't look up exactly what it was. Very poor of me to do so. But a lot of the graffiti here, you will see a lot of characters, which I believe are different OCs that Rabbit's created. It's in the README. You should always read the README, and you'll find out about them. And there's also graffiti, which is kind of interesting. I'll talk about that a bit later too. Which tells you stuff, actually. It's kind of symbolic. But blisters, things to look out for. Getting the pistol so now we can manipulate this bridge. You can see, for example, there above one of the rabbit graffitis, there looks like there's an item, and there is. Now, I should be able to jump across here, but I time it wrong. If you do that properly, you can just jump across straight away. And, oh my god, I forgot about this. Yeah, this isn't good. But otherwise, you could just do a little, you could shoot the switch, do a circle jump when it's raised to get over to that armor. Is that the space hair? Is that, might be, I don't know which one's which. I always forget this secret back here, always. I don't know why. It's just, I think I did two runs where I completely missed out at the start and thought, alright, I'm done. What have I missed? Oh. These guys here, if you drop down when the doors open, they do ambush you and they start pushing both sides. But with these guys, the secret to not getting shredded on the brutal difficulty is just strafe left and right, basically. Yes, here you go. I owe the space here. I love these little secrets here where it makes you do certain things like look at things or jump, and then you get rewarded. It's super cute. And then we're in this big outer area. This map is actually kind of dense insofar as it seems like it's really sprawling and big, but everything is just in this square and it's kind of all layered. So it's a really interesting one to look at with no clip once you've done it and to figure out what's going on. Little fish symbol down there. That is what's that called? It's in the credits. I learned about it from that. It's a constructed language called toki, I believe it is, which is a constructed language where the intention is to simplify thought as much as possible, have a limited number of phonemes and different words, basically. And there's a few secrets which are indicated by that, which is extremely cool. And I'm glad I learned about that, really, because it's something new to me entirely. That blister is a nightmare if you don't know it's there. It will get you in the back almost every time. It's nasty, nasty business. I'll talk a bit more about Toki later, maybe. Do your Stations of the Cross. You've got to do it in that order. You get yourself your Mega. I love this area. It looks so cool. And then you get your grenade launcher. Irritatingly, that guy fell down, so I waste a grenade. But you have just enough grenades plus one bit of slop here to kill everything. And coming out of this graveyard here, we get some more dogs. Look at, see, there's loads of secrets just out of the way places, basically. It just rewards having a look around. And that's great. This is interesting here. It doesn't quite work as well as I would like it to. You've got this constructed area here, and you have this vor down at the bottom. If they were raised slightly higher, you would be possible to like go around the edges and the actual vor projectiles to be harassing and bullying you. Because what happens is you want to drop straight down into there to kill the vor, but if you do that, you're then surrounded by hitscan guys and rocketeers and grenadiers and all that. And it's kind of nasty to be down there. So I opt to clear everything out here first, also so I can platform to a secret. But it would be nice if that vor had a little bit more power to actually bully and threaten. Well, they don't really. They only have the power when you're actually down at the bottom here. But it's a striking little bit of architecture, don't you think? I think it looks lovely. Get ourselves another secret. Very nice. Ooh. So, this is the secret I found about very last, because I used to find this secret right at the end of the map. I used to jump around to it, and I realised this is the way you're supposed to actually do it. Bit of prolonged platforming to get to it. You can see it up there, that graffiti we're interested in. That there, it says something like me equals Sewi. I think it's I am divine, I think that says. I translated a lot of this yesterday because after I recorded this, because I was really intrigued by the language after I read the readme. Which fits into something you see later at the map as well. But there you go. I shot through there to neutralise the rocket guy earlier. There's no real need to. This is one of those things where it wants you to push out. You then get pushed by the fiend coming this way. You have these other, what are they called? The Shalkins? Swarmers pushing you from the direction. It's kind of scary. Usually what happens when you do this, the 2 or 3 times I tried this before, these bloody vors bunch up so you can kill them all with a limited number of grenades. Because I'm trying to be a little bit careful with my ammo here, but it doesn't really work out in the end. Oh, and this guy's really easy to miss. If you miss this fella, this amalgam, they will fucking wander about at the other end of the map, up top, in a place where you can't really see them, and they're really irritating. So try to clear them out sooner rather than later. A lot of rocketeers and shotgun guys in the distance here. If you push forward, they appear in the window as well. I'm just trying to play passively here. I don't really need to play passively, mind you. But it's something nice to do. That cross in the distance there with the blue portal, that's actually the exit. And there is a speedrun route that I was like playing about with this map once I beat it, and there's a speedrun route that I found with the grenades where you can like get to it in like, you've got to do a final fight, but you can do it in like 4 minutes or something like that, 3 or 4 minutes. It's kind of fun, but it's hard as shit because it's 2 grenade jumps that I find really difficult. The sad thing about Monolith, the mod that runs Quake Brutalist Jam, is you lose your shotgun, so you lose the ability to time grenades super easily. Anyway, we're going to jump down to this abyss now. The route, if you want to do the speed run, is you get the grenade launcher, you jump over the wall immediately after you get it, and you get to where I just was up top. You can then grenade jump off those sort of concrete things going over this abyss, and then you can just go straight to the exit. It's quite fun. Anyway, down here, we're right at the bottom, and we're going to be climbing our way back out, basically. It's really moody. I love the lighting difference between the surface and being underground, and you get some really, like, quite, how do I describe it, quite intense colour choices in certain places that looks really sick. And the soundtrack is great as well, it's very moody. But stuff like this just looks so cool. I love these little graffiti decals that Rabbit's made. They've done a really good job on them. Oh, this. Yeah, like, if you don't get killed, or at least, like, take 100 damage from that the first time you play this, I don't know, because, like, it's evil. Super evil. Those eyes are indicating there's a secret if you look to the left, which I think is super cute as well. This went really badly. It's one of those things that I realised after the fact, is that, like, I don't use any nails here, like, at all, really. I could have used more, because there's a big nail pack there, which gives, like, 100 or something. Anyway, this is what the secret was indicating. I love how it's got, like, the evil little face, and then you get those guys who could really bully you if you're not expecting them. I don't know what that symbol is on the back wall. It might be, like, I think there's mentioned in the readme of, like, there's another kin one, there's something else, but I'm not familiar with them, to be honest with you. And oh yeah, the voids here are abysses that will kill you, so don't fall in, basically. I also don't know what the triple spiral symbol is as well. Like the one there, you can just see that I jumped past. I don't know what that means either, if it has a meaning or not. So this area here is optional, but it gives you the rebar launcher early. Really, really important for the silver key area to make it consistent. I love how you take advantage of the fact that there are Fulbrights for the eyes of the monsters, so you can see them in the distance. The only one that you can't see in the distance are the Shamblers, but you can, because their silhouette's so big, you can kind of make them out coming toward you from the silhouette they cast, the shadow of this big hulking thing. But I'm trying to do my best here not to take damage, because I'm trying to come at this with as much health as possible. I don't want to use health kits, I want to save them for after the silver key fight in case it really, like, tore me to pieces. Which I don't think it did this time, but there you go. But it's a cool fight, this one. Stand back, everything's fine. If you push forward, you're going to wake up more and more of the fiends and make it really difficult on yourself. But the reward is definitely worth it, don't you think? You get the wonderful rebar launcher. And, oh, you get to penetrate, like, 5 or 6 or something of those knights. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, more secret hunting around here. There is an abyss there. Don't fall in. Grab yourself the rockets. Fantastic stuff. And here's a secret that I missed the first time. I don't know how, considering it has the lights. Invoker. Invoker in this map has a lot of places where it's really good to be used. There's some ammo and secrets. It's pretty, like, tight with how it parcels out the ammo as well. It doesn't give you loads of it, so I make the most of it, basically, in every situation. And this is the path to the silver key. That's evil, by the way. That's a really evil trick. I love it. That got me the first time. Anyway, you get this ring. This is the silver fight. This fight is a ball ache. It's really hard. So you've got all these fiends that are sleeping. You get the quad. And what you've got to do is you've got to not get yourself swarmed, basically. If you don't have the rebar launcher, you can't do this, which makes it super hard. You've got to shoot grenades instead. And the problem is you've got the ring, so as you can see here, the fiends are acting like in Doom, the partial invisibility works that way. They don't know where you are. So they get out of way of shots. So if you're shooting grenades in particular, they will just jump in the way. Like, they'll come out of nowhere, jump in front of you, jump to the side. It's so hard to do what you want to do, basically. And once you kill everything as well, you get that swarm rush at the end, which is really nasty. But it's pretty consistent if you've got the rebar launcher. If you just take one side then take the other. It's just about knowing if it can get out of control with too much stuff coming toward you. It's about knowing when to switch to the grenade launcher. An irritating thing that can happen as well is the fiends can jump over each other's heads and jump out of the box, and if they do that, it soft locks the map. Unless you, like, blindly shoot grenades or grenade jump out there to try and kill them, because they're dependent, the silver key, on and the exit and killing them all. This amalgam, really easy to miss. I don't know why it's there. It's kind of funny, actually, how they're in a little cage. These swarmers here, you can hear them, but you don't know where they are. They're nasty. I'm glad I killed them. Because shoot a grenade, get rid of them. Bit of nice platforming here. And this is the hardest part of the entire map, and this is something I had to actually sit and think, how do I do this consistently? And one of the answers was have health. This is another way of doing it. Because these guys are really hard to deal with. Or they can also jump far enough to knock you off this platform, which happened to me once. Basically, what you can do is you can shoot that button, shoot 2 grenades, jump to the side, and then hope that they don't jump in your face too many times as you clear the rest off with the rebar. That's one way of doing it. I found jumping back onto that platform the safest way. But if you come in with no health, like, which is very possible after that silver key fight, you know, you're hurting, it's fucking nasty. And then you have this fight as well, so you could, like, be on 2 HP and you get to this area, and then you have this horrible little ambush here. I guess you got that one little 15 health cap, but it's scary, you know? It's real scary. Another secret here. Just a backpack. Most of the secrets are just a little bit of extra resource here and there. The reward is in the exploration itself, you know? And that's great. Anyway, we're going back around here because there's another secret that I didn't get earlier, and that's where those 2 grenadiers were that I killed. And that was Xiffix on the wall, the graffiti there. They're a cave goblin, goblin sona. So you learn something new from that. I think a lot of these are in, like, these OCs are in, like, Rabbit's other maps. I'm pretty sure Xiffix is one of the ones in the Bonk Jam one where you got 3 runes. But I think it's called Ziff in that one, I'm not sure. Anyway, another big area here with a void, gotta be careful. There's a ladder that goes down, and this is perhaps the most evil blister placement ever, because you just don't know, and it'll just kill you instantly because it'll knock you straight into the pit. So shooting a grenade around there when you know about it is very satisfying. And it's worth it because you get yourself your invoke ammo, which is excellent. Kill ourselves some zombies. Another amalgam here in the dark. It was such a good move by Macon and the team to add the secondary skins for the monsters. So you've got like these dark versions of the amalgam and the shambler and stuff, because they look so good on some maps. Like it's just lovely to have the alternate skins. Basically, it's worth a treat. This secret here, there's two ways of getting to it. One way is you can drop down, but the other way is you can jump around the corner to grab it. But either way, you've got to jump around the corner to get to safety again. So it's best just to jump around the corner there and grab it early. Paw print on the ground, dog ambush. I love that. I don't love it because you're killing dogs. That's the thing. The dogs in this mod are too cute, and it makes me feel bad when you shoot them. But very cool. Door camping, the refuge of a scoundrel. There you go. That's me. Because I heard the vor around here, and I thought I don't want to chance it. But she goes down very easy. Make sure you kill a flesh worm in the water. Grab the ammo. You'd think there's a secret around here. There's not. It's just extra ammo, which I didn't need. But I always check it anyway in case something mysteriously filters in there. I don't think it could. I don't think pathfinding works that way, but you never know. That's really bad movement. I wanted to go in there and kill those guys with the what's it called? The nail gun, but nail guns plural. But did not go to plan. And this is cool. I like this area. You get a lot of these graffiti here. These are cute. I like them. I'm not sure what they mean. Just telling a little story, but here we go. Multi-missile launcher. I really fucked this up in a big way, and this is kind of an interesting. You can see the improvising here. I was supposed to kill both of those with my single salvo from each multi-missile, and I fucked up super badly, and I let the monsters filter down. The shotgunners as well, they come from up top, just on the right, and I forget about that one there. So you can just see how much damage they do on Nightmare. That was almost a shooting-related incident with that bloody pistol knight. Horrifying, but it works out okay in the end, so we can't be too upset. Another fun secret here. This is Ulu, the imp. And he, makes you look at these pictures, which is a super cute idea. I think I don't look at them clearly enough, so I think I have to do it more than 8 times. But I like that. It's just, I don't know how it's done. It must be done with luck triggers and a counter, but it's just cute. I like that sort of secret. It's creative. And around here is the super secret that I found while hunting for the last secrets that I missed. You're supposed to sort of sit and contemplate here. It's a nice little thought, but you know me, I gotta keep going. I just gotta keep moving. But I can't say I've ever had claws myself, but it's a nice little secret area. It's very cute. I wonder if there's another one. There might be another one. This might not be 100% for what we know. I forgot what was down here. This is a good example of like when you run longer maps, you forget stuff. You don't have the map knowledge, because especially if you're memorizing it and making a demo all within one afternoon. I forgot, because otherwise I would have had the multi-missile just to immediately get rid of those amalgams. So I lose a lot of health there I didn't need to lose. Who gives a fuck, right? It doesn't actually matter. And down here, I love this. There's this one guy in a very fetching outfit. Here's where you get the rebar launcher if you didn't go to the optional area at the start to grab it. So you'll never be without, which is nice. We got ourselves some dogs. We got ourselves some servitors in the dark. And it's super booty here. And then here's another secret. This is a secret I never knew about. It took me a while to find that one. Get ourselves another invoke rammer. Interesting that you can actually see them silhouetted there. I think it's like the intention is that you shoot a grenade and you're immediately like punished for it, because the invisible swarmers, on Nightmare at least. I know on regular difficulties the swarmers are just visible. But it does certainly feel like kind of a trolly placement if you're not paying attention. Ooh, that was me almost shooting the Invoker by accident. That was me trying to press 1 and pressing Q instead. It's nice that you can cancel the animation for that, though. I'm really glad you can, and not lose the ammo, because, ugh, embarrassing. This ambush is fucking nasty as well, by the way, because if you run in there, they all jump down much faster, and then they swarm you, and you just get shredded. There's actually one still up there, which is unusual, and it punishes me later on. The blister there, so the idea is, you know, you start panicking because you're getting attacked by all the hit scanners, you run straight into a blister, and you come up here and then you get the grenades raining down on you, so it's a nice idea, but I defused it before any of that happens. And yeah, there's a pistol guy up there who I'm acutely aware of, who's honestly scary as hell, because I mean, look at this guy. Going nuts. They are really just chain gunners from Doom, basically, in terms of threat. They are terrifying on my Getting some shots around the corner with the 45-degree angle means you can bank the shots around there. Really should use that more. There's very few places in the entire jam which actually relies on you doing that. I think Mazu has like one area in his map where you can like shoot a shotgun shot into a pipe and it kills something above you, which is very cool. But I would have loved to see more shotgun, like, what do you call it? Ricochet stuff. That would have been very cool. This area here, there's a little rabbit's foot on the ground. If you look up at IO, you get yourself another secret. Just a secret for looking, a secret for being observant. One spawn in the pit down here, let's kill it nice and early. I like how the knights as well, that the alternative skins are used in the same area as well, so it gives them a little bit of visual distinction, identity between themselves. I just like that, I think it looks cute. It's nice to see, you know, that they have slightly different uniforms on. Maybe they're different ranks. Maybe the champions are different, you know? And here's where you get your first Invoker. This fight is pretty easy to defuse, but it can get out of control quite quickly. So the first thing is you get these guys pushing you from one angle, and then you've got all of these swarmers coming from the other side. More of these fiends, who I managed to kill in one shot, which is unusual. And then if you go to the other side, you can kill those 3 amalgams before they filter out, and then you get more fiends as well. But that can get out of control very quickly, it can get very chaotic. But lining everybody up for the Invoker there is lovely. Lovely trap here. Most dangerous part of this trap, as usual, being the, what do you call it? The pistol guys. And here's a nice area here which has a lot of different enemies in the trap. You can push out a lot and you can get the Vorangry as well, but I don't. That graffiti glyph you see on the wall there, that means above. So there's actually a full thought on the wall there, and I think it says something like, there it is, it's like, I think it's like useful monster above, or something like that. I think is what I translated it as. And if you go over there and have a look at it, it's because you've got monster there giving you an armor, and I don't know who that monster is. Is it just, I think that might just be the monster in the readme, so it's cute how they're giving you something there, and it's written in toki pona. That's very cute. I suppose failing this jump here as well, and this also, like, there's another above symbol over here that tells you that, like, there's something up here, because otherwise it's kind of obtuse that you would go over here. There it is, which is cool. I think toki pona is kind of like the inverse of the constructed language Ithcriel, which is the one which is like about making something which is having the maximum amount of information with no linguistic ambiguity whatsoever in the most concise form imaginable. And that's a really fascinating one. A fellow who did a linguistics degree and then worked, I think the DMV in America of all things, he made that language, that constructed language, and it got lots of interest in Russia in particular, and then as a result of this, he got an invite to a conference, and it was like in Ukraine, and it was a bunch of neo-Nazis who took it over, and it's like heartbreaking thinking, oh, that's bad. This here is a really good one. A dog, or fuzzy thing to the right, and then the dog jumps off, which is fun to kill him. But that's really unfortunate, the poor fella, that happened. But I think Ithcriel, the guy's still making revisions to it, which is cool. It's not a language designed to be spoken though. It's a language designed to be written, like a technical language. I believe it takes a lot of inspiration from Cabanian, you know, from Magma, you know the band Magma. If you like Magma, prog rock, Zool. Anyway, you should. Anyway, we're getting off base here, and I'm not talking about Rabbit's great map. I'm talking about other things I find kind of interesting. But thank you for Rabbit for introducing me to Toki Pona, because I'm going to probably get the book and read about it and learn about it now, because it's genuinely fascinating. This is a really cool, like, it's not even a secret, it's just a thing. I really like this. So if you want to get 100% kills, you get these perfect shots lined up with the Invoker. These are all precious switches. And, is it a secret? It is, yeah. The secret is just you get to kill more monsters and get a bit of extra ammo. But it's all designed to be perfect for the Invoker, which is fantastic. This area here looks frightening, but it's actually really fine. It's not dangerous at all. It's just loads and loads of amalgams and platforming. You can get really unlucky like I did there. I think I took 3 explosive caltrops to the face at once. Usually it doesn't happen. But yeah, you can use 1 Invoker shot usually to clear off the bulk of them that clob up, and then the rest of them you just multi-missile. It's 1 salvo each. The little caltrops are in the way, but you've got to remember that they're only like point intersections when you hit them. They don't have like full banding boxes, so they're a lot smaller than they look. And they don't do much damage, so it's fine. Get ourselves another little ammo, it's a little, what's it called? A little Invoker ammo. There we go. Forgetting what I'm talking about, I'm too excited. This is another secret, it's very easy to miss. Very, very easy to miss. Where you get given a little gift here. Never budge in those backpacks. I wonder if the backpacks are something where you determine what goes in them and what doesn't, but there's not much in there for me. I think it's just, it gives you like, it says you get an irregular number because I'm hitting the cap basically on the, what I can have for ammo. This spiral staircase I play super passively. I really shouldn't. I should just go straight up in. I should probably just use the regular nail gun, but I play it a bit lame. And with this, we're back outside again, but on the other side of the big rift, which is fantastic news. It's nice to see the sunshine again. I love the fact that you got the progression as well. You spend so long underground, you come back to the surface with like the lovely grey sky and the light and everything. It's just, it's a nice change. It's a nice change of pace. But fabulous. Just kill some zombies here. Go up here. This is where that 1 amalgam was floating above that I said, oh, you got to make sure he comes down. He's a pain in the ass. It's very possible for this fiend to jump down into that hole and then for you to lose them and have to like try and find them. It's kind of annoying. And that's really interesting how that projectile from the Invoker, despite the fact that none of the visible model of the amalgam was there, it still got hit by part of it, so it died. Which is fun. So we've got 1 secret to go now, and that's the big secret at the end of the map. So we've done really well on secret hunting. This is the final fight coming up though. I forgot about those guys, I completely forgot they existed. Hence the weird hesitation, the thing like when a cat's trying to refuse to take its medicine, you know, looking up, nope, not doing it, not taking that. And this is the final fight. Oh god, I got so lucky not to get killed by the, not to get killed, but to take a load of damage from that spawn there. Yeah, you get the spawn on one side, you get blisters on the other. It's kind of scary. Each new wave comes in once you kill the last one. So if you were playing this like for speed, which I'm clearly not, because of the amount of like bad platforming mistakes and bits of like plodding, what am I doing, methodical play, you would want to do that as fast as possible. I think I've got more scope just to spam the ever-loving fuck out of the multi-missile launcher here. I should have just been spamming it non-stop, because, yeah, why not? But I keep switching the weapons. And the fish out of water, by the way, they look really strange with the like that. Spawns a shambler in a bit late, means you can get a nice Invoker kill on them. Good stuff. This wave here is a bit easy. These waves, I don't know, they feel kind of gentle. They do feel pretty gentle, these final waves. I think one of the most dangerous ones, funnily enough, is actually this. Purely because you get a bunch of trench snipers with shotguns and pistols who go for you and you get off the dogs. And I actually let one live there. Which isn't good. Anyway, end of the map. It's interesting, because for me, it's straightforward. It's, you know, jump with this rocket launcher, but for a lot of people, maybe they wouldn't have a clue of where to go from here on out. I recognise that the big cross is a teleport portal, but it's not that clear. And there is this area over here as well. There's a picture of Io and I think Xiphix. This is the last secret area. I'm making the most out of my pentagram protection. Getting up nice and close. And this is just a cute area. Using the last of my shots of the Invoker just to stand in this place, everything funnels up. This is Rabbit saying that they're God, they made the level, etc. And fair enough. They are the master of their creation. Then I can... that's a bad jump. If you angle that correctly, you can just jump straight onto that wall. I don't, and then I kind of go, oh, I failed the jump, what do I do? Do I have enough ammo? Do I have enough health to climb up to the exit? I did. It was fine. And after all that, you're in purgatory. Like many an baptized baby. My Catholicism belief. I'm not a Catholic. I am a Catholic, but I'm not a Catholic. I'm not religious. There you go. And to atone for your sins, you kill a dog. That was Overscoped Clusterfvck by Rabbit. Fabulous map. Really fun. Really cool ideas. Good exploration. I learned about a new constructed language I didn't know about, which is a lot of fun. It was cute. I really like Rabbit's maps, you should give them a go. I would recommend strongly playing this map in particular, but I would also recommend going back to Explore Jam 3 if you like platforming or playing Obtuse, Maya Copper Carditis, I think it is. And they're two Bonk Jam maps in particular. They have another map in this set as well, which is a lot of fun too, in the QBJR resurfaced section. Anyway, that'll do me for today. Goodbye.